Today I'll be showing you how I painted a Loyalist word bearer for Warhammer 40k, falling in line with my headcanon sanguinary heresy. We're going to do their pre-heresy colors of light gray, as opposed to their crimson chaotic colors. And it's light gray to be different from the Space Wolves. After a primer gray, if you don't have a primer gray or not the right color, we cover him in Dawnstone by Citadel. You can also use any equivalent light gray color. Paint any areas that will be silver lady or black, as well as the innards of his shoulder pads, as a nod to their chaotic colors. And you can say it's for like remembrance or something. Highlight the gray with gray Seer by Citadel. And then we paint his eyes in whatever areas you want to look glowing with Moon Dust by Army Painter. And this is a reference to the Lightforged Drain Eye from Warcraft, because they have the power of the Holy Light, and it just kind of makes sense to me. Paint any purity seals with pale sand, and then I did some pin washing of the armor with dark tone. You don't need to be a gatekeeping elite and use only oil washing for this kind of stuff. You only need to add like a drop of dish soap to your dark tone and have a really thin brush. Paint silver areas with oily steel by Vallejo. You can also use lead belcher by Citadel. Wash it with dark tone. And then for the wax of the purity seal, I painted it with gory red by Vallejo, calling back to their heresy colors of crimson. If you have any like Dark Angel hood bits to put on him, you can paint them that too. I gave him a grass base with Kelly green by Apple Barrel, and shade the yellow with seraphim sepia. And after a matte varnish, here he is. And then for my idea of how to keep Lorgar and the word bearers loyal, simply, they just get kind of ignored and never humbled. Because the Emperor is a dad, and it's really kind of realistic for one son to get neglected over the others and still yelled at for being so slow doing his job. So the word bearers are kind of left on their own to do the worship of the Emperor, and no one really notices them. I guess because plot Erebus still has to be the one who tells the truth to Sanguinius in this case, but he does this independently without the word bearers. During the Dropside Massacre, the Alpha Legion and Raven Guard are the ones getting attacked. Lorgar loses a leg, and Omegon is supposedly killed off. And just like in Dorian Heresy, Corvus makes a deal with Tzeentch to try and replenish his troops just for them to be abominations. Lorgar himself sits out the heresy from then, and his troops help him out at the Siege of Terra. During this time, he writes a book. And after the heresy, Magnus refines the book. Conrad and Fulgrim really like the book. Alfarius refuses to comment on it publicly. Potarabo and Garo, in place of Mortarion, don't really like it at first but put up with it. And Angron hates it and refuses to accept it, because he's a strict individualist. In this post-heresy world, Lorgar is kind of confused and starts deconstructing his faith after witnessing the demons, and he heads out into the galaxy to learn the truth. He's one of the first loyalists to return, where he finally understands the imperial truth and the Emperor is not a god, just for him to return to an Imperium that started thinking the way he used to.